Welcome back to Better Kansas City. It's a duo that dazzles. The hills are alive and a hardcore thriller. We have theater insider Tim Scott here with the three must-see shows on stage in Kansas City. Now, Tim, welcome. Happy 2019 to you, sir.
Thank you, Bill. I like to stand because you never know when I'm going to have to go. So
hey,
if we
gotta jump in a hurry, I'm gonna be right behind you.
Right, we're gonna have a competition with hand gestures this whole time, so I'm excited to see what happens.
All right, well, you're the professional, so I'm giving you the competitive edge.
Cool.
But let's start with our first play. It is featuring a couple of Broadway alums.
Yeah, stars. We're super excited. It's an evening with Laura Osnes and Corey Cott. It's called Let's Do It. It's at the MTH Theater at Crown Center, and these are two of Broadway's biggest stars. I mean, they just originated the roles in Bandstand on Broadway. Of course, Laura Osnes, Tony nominee for her work in Cinderella, also in Bonnie and Clyde. And they're doing their original world premiere duet show here at the MTH Theater at Crown Center this week. It's actually tomorrow night and Thursday night. So to have two stars of this caliber in Kansas City in a theater with only 7 rows, I mean, you're never going to get more access or intimate than a private performance like that. I can tell you that tomorrow night's almost sold out. What I've heard of MTH. It's like I said, it's a small theater. There's still some tickets for Thursday night, but these two stars, I mean, if you know anything about Broadway, they are two of the brightest stars currently on Broadway today.
So this is big, so there are only a few tickets left. Get them while you can.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Catchy.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that.
Know.
I think Tony Bennett had a record called
He
Duets
did.
too,
That's right. That's right. Sinatra.
Was it Sinatra?
Oh, no, they both did. He did one with Gaga.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah, here we go.
When's our duet album coming out?
I think we're in the studio next.
Okay, perfect. Sound of Music is up next.
Sound of Music is a classic, of course. That's celebrating its 70th anniversary, the Rodgers and Hammerstein classic. It was the last show that Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II wrote together. This is a great production over there. It's the national touring production taking place at the Kaufman Center. Starts this weekend and runs for about 7 days. You know, those national touring shows that come through, they have just as much of the splendor and the spectacular nature of the Broadway production. So that's a great show for the entire family. You know, the Von Trapp kids, Julie Andrews in the movie. It's a story that we all know and love very, very well. So that's a good opportunity to take the whole family out to the Kaufman Center, one of the most beautiful venues in Kansas City.
And even though it's a national touring show, is there any local talent that gets hired on to come and play it?
No, not for that show. You know, these shows get rehearsed in New York or elsewhere, and then they're on the road for 9 months.
Wow.
So unless you have a very young child, they'll put in every stop. But you know, they do it in The Sound of Music. But those young child actors, they're trained at an early age, so they're on the road getting homeschooled and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, last one up is Death and the Maiden.
I'm
disappointed that this is not like an Iron Maiden. Show.
It's as intense, I can tell you that. It's over there at the Kansas City Actors Theater, Death and the Maiden. It's a play that's been around for about 30 years, 25, 30 years. It's about, you know, a woman was held captive. She was a hostage in some level. And she hears the voice of what she believes is her captor. She's not sure, and then they go through this kind of psychological thriller, torture type of play. It's very intense. A great play, a little 3-person play over there at the Kansas City Actors Theater. Also a small, intimate venue there with Vanessa Severo, Robert Gibby Brand, and Rusty Sneary. So those are 3 great local actors. Have an opportunity to see them. So 3 very, very different, 3 great opportunities this week in Kansas City. We've got Let's Duet with Corey Cott and Laura Osnes, The Sound of Music, the national tour, and then of course Death and the Maiden. And you know, we'll meet in the studio and knock out a couple duets.
All right, what kind of genre you want to hit? Country music? Are we doing some pop? Are we going to do some hip hop?
Yeah, I think we should do hip hop. Get it going for
All
the Chiefs. Yeah, you beatbox and I'll spit.
All right, fair enough. Tim Scott, he's here. He's our theater expert. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much, sir.